Well, good Saturday morning. It is August 2nd, Vita Day number 2. I got up this morning to take my car to Brake Plus to get an alignment, and come to find out apparently I have some other issues. I called my son and he told me no, and I told him that my son would take care of it. So, that's the only thing that annoys me. That's why I don't like taking my car to mechanics. I think they just try to take advantage. I mean, I went in for $121 alignment, and when I get there, he tells me that they're going to inspect the car and everything, and he takes me out. Then he brings me the invoice, and it's $1,500. I'm like, what? I said, I'm sorry, that is not in my budget. $1,500 for what? So they take me out to the car bay. Now I have no idea what I'm looking at, y'all, but he shows me rods and some other stuff. And so I said, well, let me call my son. So I called my son and told him what they were saying. And he could hear the guy. The guy was talking to him. And my son said, no, don't. He said, I'll take care of it. So my son is going to take care of it. But, every time except for, I have to say, other than Pep Boys. Okay, wait a minute. My son's calling. All right, so update on the car mayhem. My son-in-law called his mechanic, and so I got a lower price on the labor. So the labor is going to just cost me, we'll just round it up to $600. And my son is going to get with me to let me know about the parts so I can go buy the parts. So, I think being a female and then being a black female, I've always been very apprehensive about taking my car to, places to get it worked on, because I just feel like, these guys just really take advantage of you, being a woman, and giving you, these outrageously high prices, So anyway, I went to Cameron's mechanic, and I showed him the estimate from the other mechanic, and he was like, whoa. I'm like, dude, this is nowhere in my budget. I mean, I went in for $121 alignment, and dude gives me an invoice, for $1,500, damn near $1,600. And he, takes me in the car like I know what the hell I'm looking at. And I'm like, dude, let me call my son. And so anyway, that I'm a little annoyed right now. I'm a little annoyed. Not the fact that I've got to get work done, but the fact that, this dude, really, because I'm making the assumption that the parts are probably going to cost a couple of $100. In my mind, I'm thinking, I don't know anything about the cost of parts or anything, but I'm thinking that the parts that I buy are going to cost me a couple of $100. But even so, it's going to be way less than $1,500 that dude was trying to quote me. So, I'm back home, and I'm going to go in here and fix me some coffee. It's just, I just hate it when people try to take advantage. I just, and they look at you with a smile, and it's almost like, when something goes wrong in your house, rather than fix it, you just want to burn it. You just want to burn it down. Okay. All right. So that's that. All right, y'all. My son and my son-in-law took care of me. So I have ordered the parts off of Amazon. They'll be here by Friday. And then I will take my car up. Now, The good thing is that I can take my car up like on Saturday because I don't have any um, plans. So God is good. It is working itself out in so many ways because when things like this happen, you think about the fact that thank you, Lord, that you have the funds to get it done. That's I didn't see it coming, but He knew it was coming. So yeah, because I'm going on my cruise, and my plan is to drive, drive to Houston. So now I'm going to be able to do that, and there you go. I do have to buy 2 new tires. So anyway, it could be much worse. It could be much worse. So whew, that's done. All right, so I am getting ready to do some baking, and I'm going to make some sugar cookies and some chocolate chip cookies. So I'll show you my recipes. Come along and let's do some things on Vita Day 2. All right, so I decided to cook me a little something. Thought I'd do brunch. So I've got sausage and potatoes, and I'm going to make some pancakes. All right, there. Here's my brunch. Mm, looks delicious, doesn't it, y'all? I'm going in. All right. Either that was good or I was hungry. I can tell you it was good and I was hungry. Hello, 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 and welcome back to the channel. I'm Deanna Reed. And so today, I've been in kind of a cooking mood. This morning I made a wonderful brunch, sausage and potatoes and some pancakes. It was delicious. I ate the whole thing. It was great. So now I'm going to make some chocolate chip cookies for Sister Sibley at church. She's a member of our legacy ministry, so we bake cakes and cookies and stuff like that for our legacy ministry members. So, just to let you see what I've got here, I have 2¼ cup of flour, and in the flour, I do have a teaspoon of baking soda. Now, I don't have any salt in here, even though my recipe calls for salt because I am using all-purpose flour, and also, I'm sorry, not because I'm using all-purpose flour, but because my butter is salted butter. So my butter is here, and that's 2 sticks of butter, which is a cup of butter. Then I've got some homemade vanilla from Sister Antoinette. She is the leader of our legacy ministry. So we got 2 teaspoons of vanilla. And over here, I have 3/4 cups of packed brown sugar, and 3/4 cups of just sugar, granulated sugar. And then over here we have a cup and 2/3 of chocolate chips. I'm using the Ghirardelli chocolate chips. We have 2 eggs, 2 medium-sized eggs, and then I've got some chopped pecans. So the first thing I'm going to do is to cream the butter and the sugar together. Then I will add in the vanilla, and then I will add in the eggs one at a time. After that, we'll then uh, mix in the dry ingredients. Now, I do have the baking soda on top, so I'm going to take my whisk and just whisk that in so it's all mixed together. All right, so let's just go ahead and pour our sugar in here. And I'm going to take it over to the mixer, and we're going to get that part of it started. All right, so using the paddle mixer or the paddle attachment, we're just going to cream that butter and sugar together until it's really, really creamy. This may take just a little while, but you have to be patient. Now, periodically, you will want to stop your mixer and scrape everything down. Scrape down your paddle and then just go ahead and take the mixer off the stand and just kind of, so we're just getting it all off the sides. And then we will continue our creaming. So you can see how it's creaming up. Creaming up really nicely. So now what we're going to do is add in the vanilla. It's 2 teaspoons of vanilla. All right. And let that blend in. All right, now let's add our final edge. So with each ingredient that you add, you let your mixer do its work, and then you come back and you scrape your bowl. Okay, I'll show you how I scrape my bowl in just a second. Okay, so when I'm talking about scraping your bowl, okay, I'm talking about going in, going from side to side, and what I do is I just push it down on all sides, and then I come in the middle and I just get it all into the middle. I just want to make sure that all of my ingredients have been thoroughly mixed. Okay. All right. So now what we're going to do is we're going to add in our dry ingredients a little bit at a time. Okay. So when it comes, I have the baking soda in here. So you want to make sure that you're mixing the dry ingredients together. So if you had salt, baking soda, you want to make sure that you're using a whisk or you're using your fork is fine too. Another thing I want to share is that if you or when you are measuring out your flour into your measuring cups, sprinkle it in. Don't just dip it. Don't dip your measuring cup into the flour because that'll cause it to pack. It'll also sometimes cause you to have air pockets. So if you sprinkle it in to your measuring device, then it will, lessen the chances of messing up the texture and adding more dryness, just messing up your baked goods. Okay, so now we're going to go over here and add this to our wet ingredient. Okay, I'm going to sprinkle the flour in, and using the paddle. Make sure it's what you use when you're like making dough. All right, so we got it all scraped down and back inside. So I'm adding the rest of the flour here. I thought I was recording y'all when took it off just a minute ago, but I guess I wasn't. Okay. All right. So let's mix this together. We'll give it another whirl around in the mixer. We're gonna make sure we get all of our flour. This is how we go around the mixing bowl. I just push it all down, then I grab it from the bottom and bring it and kind of fold it back into itself. Oh yeah, I think it's good. I don't need to mix that anymore. Everything's incorporated in it. Let's go over here and add our pecans and chocolate chips. Okay, I'm gonna make two types of cookies here. I'm gonna make what I call no chocolate chip chocolate chip cookies. My daughter says they're just brown sugar cookies. But in both of them, the ones with and without the chocolate chips, there are going to be nuts. So I'm just going to go ahead and fold the nuts into this one. And then I will scoop some out before I put the chocolate chips in the rest of them. We need some more pecans in that. Do you like your chocolate chip cookies with or without pecans? All right, the first batch is out. Yeah, those did spread, but look how pretty they are. Yummy. All right, so I've switched up to my smaller uh, ice cream scoop because those cookies spread out something fierce. So let me put these on the cookie sheet. I'll be back. All right, here are the chocolate chips with nuts with a smaller scoop. They're gonna spread, but I think they're gonna be okay. Okay. Even though those were big, they came out kind of thin. But let me taste it. Oh, oh my God. Okay, that's the backside. Y'all. Oh, it's good. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I get good. I get good. It's good. It's chewy, yet it's crunchy. I did good.